A few years ago as a flash mom and just keeps growing. For Take a Look at This, I'm Elizabeth Corden.
The Masons are one of the oldest and arguably most mysterious organizations of men in the world, and conspiracy theorists have linked them to everything from the Holy Grail to the Illuminati. What is a Mason? Here to tell me more are a pair of Masons, Chris Riles from Rising Virtue Lodge No. 4 and Ronald Andrus, the Grand Master of Masons in Alabama. And guys, I've got to admit, you don't look that mysterious to me. Let's talk a little bit about the fascination that people have with the Masons. It seems like it has been going on for centuries and centuries, and still in modern day America and modern day literature and films, the Da Vinci Code and stuff like that. Why are you guys so mysterious to everybody?
It's probably because they really don't know who we are. And we're not a secretive society as such. In fact, we're the oldest and largest fraternity in the world. And the fraternity exists. The reason for our very existence is to make the world a better place. And we do that through the teachings that were actually developed during the operative Masons back in the building of the castles and the structures in Europe. And they had certain things that they taught through their work as Masons. And when that building process actually ended, then they did not want the fraternity to die, and they became, at that point, instead of operative Masons, they became symbolic Masons. But they carried on those principles in teaching them to be better men and making the world a better place.
So instead of building structures now, you guys build men, correct?
There you go.
That and the structure we build is within ourselves.
Understood. All right, well, so if we go to Europe, we'll see some Mason signs. But they just mean Masons built this building. They don't mean go 1,000 yards and take a left at the Louvre and you'll find the Holy Grail, right?
Actually, during World War II, Hitler was after the Masons just as much as he was the Jews. So they went underground, and you won't see a whole lot of Masonic signs in Europe. The Germans used forget-me-not flower as their means of recognition. So you will see a lot of forget-me-nots in Europe.
But you won't see a whole lot of Masonic signs. Gotcha. All right, well, guys, we're running short on time. I'm sorry about that. We spoke a little bit about who you guys really are. Let's talk a little bit about the tornado. You guys had an experience with that.
Right, our lodge, along with Fond Bear Lodge, was destroyed in the Tuscaloosa tornado, and after that, in late May, we voted to merge our lodge together, and we're going to rebuild a Masonic Lodge building on Hargrove Road, where the No. 4 Lodge was presently locating. So we're hoping to start the building process, and we just had a cornerstone ceremony that was very historical. We're very proud of it. It was the same ceremony that when George Washington, who was a brother Mason, laid the United States Capitol cornerstone. Back then, a lot of your public buildings and churches would have Masonic cornerstone layings before they began to build. So we just had that, which is a ceremony that we won't see very often. And we laid it at 10 a.m., which was the same time President Washington laid the one in 1789.
There you go. Very symbolic. And speaking, we're out of time, but I just have to know really quickly, are there going to be any rituals or rites that you guys will be performing this evening on Halloween? Nothing to do with that.
Halloween has no significance to us.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks so much for being with us, guys, and for being good sports, too. I appreciate it. You can find out more about Freemasonry in Alabama online at alafreemasonry.org or by calling 334-290-0961. Hidden hotel fee.